At first, I wasn't sure how to present the footage that I'd gathered at the track. I've gone with Andre to 2 or 3 lapping sessions. The out-of-car footage is limited to the first set of corners after entering from the paddock. So, this will largely be a narrative on what I've noticed about Andre's practical-as-always approach to tuning his car and driving the track. Andre knew that after a few clever improvements to a car with, at the time, nearly no aftermarket options available, he was going to want validation for his efforts. In Phase 1, Andre finally got the Corolla safety certified and began driving it. In addition to solving the fueling and heat issues, he dialed in the suspension with a little ingenuity and technical ability. Public roads were quickly running out of legroom. Fortunately, Grand Bend is little more than an hour's drive and home to a wonderfully challenging technical circuit, with locals organizing lapping events for novice to more advanced drivers. Here, Andre began testing and discovering the limits of his build and his driving skill. The Corolla was built well to catch faster cars in the corners, but was not an absolute powerhouse in straightaways. This tended to deliver predictable results when it was clear he was outclassed, but was delightfully surprising when he was held up against some higher-budget personal track cars. Through this second phase, at the track, his focus became narrowed onto oiling and weight reduction. The Corolla received a remote oil filter and oil cooler system, and in addition to many factory components being shelved, it received a racing battery. More heavy-handed improvements are definitely on the way. And while I am a true fan of this build, and I have been watching eagerly for 10 years, I believe a more striking perspective comes from the change in Andre as a driver. I've known a certain amount of controlled thrill-seeking in his driving style, and I've watched the adult, parental, and professional worlds cull a bit of this back and help him settle into a more mundane driving style. He's kept this up while realizing what cars are capable of, and will likely only progress in this direction as his track experience grows. On the other end of this, I'm watching a tempered blade carve away and refine the very edges of both the mode and the mind. He's always out to put down his smoothest and fastest. The mechanical before the technical, before the mechanical, before the technical. It's this chicken and egg dilemma that seemingly creates a perpetual kinetic energy for Andre to improve himself as a driver, and his car as a sort of ongoing experiment and philosophical statement. For some of the people at these events, the car is already bought, tuned, and paid off. For others, it's a labor of love. For Andre, the tuning recipe isn't something to be concluded, and should be compared to the endless pursuit of self-improvement. Now, there's no right or wrong way to go about it. Just play well with others, don't overdo it, and try to have some fun. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I think there may be something to these lapping events. Hey, thanks for watching.